stop telling people your dreams. Stop telling people your aspirations, your goals, the things that you want to do with your life. The best way to kill a dream is to introduce it to a small mind. The best way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to someone who doesn't believe. And when you introduce something that you want to do with your life, you introduce another person to your dream, to your aspiration, they'll almost always shut it down. It's rare that people in your life will support you fully. It's rare that small-minded people will support big dreams. The best way to kill a big dream is to introduce it to a small mind. So stop telling people what you want to do with your life. Stop telling people your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. People will always doubt you and tell you that you can't do it. And yes, I think that just because you tell a person and they tell you you can't do it, you should use that as fuel. You should use that as fuel, but it'll always be in the back of your mind. It'll always be in the back of your mind of, was that person right? Were they right that I couldn't do it? Were they right to not believe me? Were they right to tell me that I'm crazy? It's always going to be in the back of your mind, and you're going to slowly doubt yourself when things don't work out. Things will never work out, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with doing things for a certain amount of time that you didn't anticipate. You didn't anticipate for your goal to take this long. You didn't anticipate for your dream to take this long, but it always will. You think it's only going to take 2 years, it's going to take 5, and you weren't ready for that. And on that second year, on that third year, you remember what that person said. You said you're never going to do it, and now you start to believe it. You start to believe it because you haven't achieved it yet. So don't even introduce things to people, because it'll subconsciously make you doubt yourself. If you hear people saying you can't do it, what are you going to think? It's rare that people use it as fuel, and yeah, I think you should use it as fuel, but there'll always be that voice in the back of your head telling you you can't do it. But if you never tell anybody, you don't tell anybody what you want to do with your life, you don't tell anybody the goals, the dreams that you have for your life, you'll just do it. You'll do it with zero outside opinion, outside distractions. All it is you. Because I know that your own mind is your worst enemy. You have that own self-doubt within yourself, and if you hear another person saying it, it's just going to amplify. It's just going to be louder and louder. So don't even tell people what you want to do, because then it'll reinforce that disbelief and that doubt that you will have in yourself. And it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you've accomplished, you'll always have a little bit of self-doubt. You'll always have some sort of, I don't know if I can do it, and that's just being human. That's human nature. Human nature is wondering, what if it goes wrong? That's just the way that we're built, and that's the way that we are. So don't be telling people what you want to do. Don't be telling people your aspirations, because it also gives you the same feeling of actually doing it. You tell people, yeah, I want to start running. I want to become a runner. I want to run a marathon. But in the process of you telling those people, it gives you that same satisfaction of actually doing it. It gives you that same feeling of, yeah, I ran a marathon. But you're telling people, I'm going to run a marathon. It gives you that same feeling of telling people, yeah, I finished a marathon. So before you go out and tell people, achieve it. Before you tell people what you want to do, before you tell people your goals, achieve your goals. And then after the fact that it's finished, when people can't ruin it, when people can't say anything about it, that's when you tell them, yeah, this is what I achieved. This is what I did in that summer where we didn't talk. This is what I accomplished. But if you told those people before that summer started, you told those people, yeah, I'm gonna do all this with my life. I'm gonna run a 5K in 15 minutes. I'm gonna start this YouTube channel. I'm gonna start a business. They're gonna come back to you and say, what happened to that business? They're gonna rub it all in your face that you didn't achieve it yet. People will always be your biggest haters, and even if you tell your friends, people will always joke about it. People will always say, yeah, what happened to that business that you want to start, as a joke, right? But you don't want that at all. You don't want any sort of outside distractions, outside noise coming into your life. It's your life and it's your goals. It's not their goals, it's your goals. So stop telling people your dreams. Stop telling people your aspirations and your goals. People will always doubt. It's rare that people will believe in you 100%. People always want what they can't have. People are jealous of people who dream big. A lot of the time, people who will doubt in you is because they doubt in themselves. They don't think they can achieve things, so they don't want people in their life, people around them, to achieve the things that they know that other person can. If you tell a person who doesn't think they can do anything with their life, that's the same way they're going to feel about you. But if you see somebody in your life and you're like, yeah, this person thinks that they can do anything they want, this person believes in themselves, it's more likely that this person will also believe in you. So just be careful with who you tell your dreams and aspirations to. Those people can either be the reason why you fail or the reason why you win. It's very rare when you tell a person that they're going to believe in you 100%. They're going to support you 100%. So I'm not telling you not to tell 0 people, but just be careful. Be really careful with the people who you tell in your life. And if you're unsure about certain people, just don't tell them at all. If you're 100% sure that this person is going to believe in me, no matter what happens in my life, this person is always going to show up and be there for me, even when things go wrong, even when it's 2, 3, 4 years of no proof, no evidence that it's going to work out, they're still there for me. If you have a person like that in your life, then you're very lucky. You're very lucky to have that person alongside you for the journey. So be careful with who you tell your dreams and your aspirations. Stop telling people just because you want to flex on them. Stop telling people your goals, dreams, and aspirations.